I could give one little bit of advice to anyone working in science, nature, outdoors, arts, humanities, kind of anything with something visually engaging, go to your local primary school, elementary school for an hour. I've just got on my way back from an hour with a group of first graders, so 5-6-year-olds, talking to them all about the polar regions, Antarctica, wildlife that lives in polar regions, and it is always one of the most gratifying but exhausting but also impactful experiences I think you can do in science, whether you're actually a science communicator or not. I don't think it matters. Just going and standing in front of those kids for an hour, showing them something that you know, giving them something a little bit different from their day-to-day, obviously coordinating with the teachers on the subjects in their curriculum, but for me it's always just the most rewarding short amount of time. And I'll already tell you that you will be exhausted. My voice is gone just from an hour, and you will be barraged with questions that don't line with what you're going to talk about. They asked me how old I was, what my favourite kind of pasta was, what time did I wake up this morning, and then what is gravity. So you get the full spectrum. You kind of don't know what to expect. That's part of the joy and the challenge. I'm not saying it's easy, but it does keep you on your toes. But at the same time, as long as you're prepared to be thrown a curveball of questions, but just for them to be engaged by any kind of subject, particularly, like say, something very visually stimulating, something where you can show photos, videos of a certain area, absolutely do it. Because for me, sometimes in science, we kind of forget about the grand scale and the broader impact of stuff we do, particularly in research. We can get caught up in the small questions. Sometimes it is good for us to stand back and remember why this matters. If we're not connecting with our younger generation about these important questions, taken down to another level, of course, but that kind of communication is so important, and also for them to see just the world outside of their classroom, for you as someone of a different career as well. So absolutely get out there and engage with your local primary school, elementary school, offer out, ask what they're doing in your curriculum, tell them what you could talk about, what photos or videos you could share about a certain subject. And even if there's only one kid in that class that is engaging with you the whole time or asking all the questions, all you need is that one. If one person encourages one other person in their life to do something meaningful with impact, I think that's a pretty good outcome of life.